Hello, my class. Today we are going to be drawing a warm and cool color drawing. And we're going to be drawing kind of this fall tree with fall colors. Okay. So last time in our lesson, we talked about color theory. And we talked about the colors of the rainbow. We talked about how there's the primary colors. And then when you mix them, you get the secondary colors. And then when you mix those, you get these tertiary colors. And if you put them all together right next to each other, they kind of go into one another and they make this really cool gradient, okay? Where if I go from like red to yellow and I kind of mix the colors as I go along, then it's going to make it look really interesting. We also talked about cool and warm colors. So the warm colors are your reds, yellows, and oranges, and all the mixes of those. And your cool colors are green, blue, and purple, and all the mixes of colors that you get from those. We also talked about value and how you can go from dark to light. And we also talked about complementary colors and how they can make the other colors next to it pop. So by putting these colors next to each other, it really makes them pop. Okay, so we are going to be drawing this tree using our cool and warm colors. So you are going to need black and you are going to need warm colors. So I just grabbed a bunch of colors that were warm from my crayon box. Mainly if you have red, orange, and yellow, you can make all the colors happen that you need. But I like when I can have some of the mixes that I have in my crayon box. So if you have some more colors, I have like a yellow orange here, I have a golden yellow, I have a red orange right here. And then I want to have my cool colors. So here I have purple and green and blue. I also got a turquoise here. I can get some like light purple. I could get some yellow green in there, and just have as many cool colors as I can have. As long as you have the main cool colors, you'll be good. But I like adding in some more just for fun. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be drawing the trunk of the tree and the branches. We are going to be coloring in everything with the trunk black. So you don't have to worry if you have lines that crisscross each other and things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of mark out the thickness of my trunk. The thicker you make your trunk, the more black you have to color in. So you don't want it to be too thick. I'm going to bring one side of my trunk up, and then I'm kind of going to curve, and I want to go off the page, okay? Because these are going to be the first branches of my tree. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to go off the page, okay? Now, I want to try to make lots of branches on my tree, okay? So a way that you can do this is by putting in an angle, okay? So if I kind of draw along like I'm about to go right along this line, but then I go back and I make an angle like this, okay? Then I can go along, I'm going down like I'm drawing along the same line, and then I'm going to go back. And this time I'm going to bring it back and kind of connect it. And I'll go back and draw along the line. Maybe I'll come back up. I've made an angle right here, okay? And I'm going to make another branch. Maybe I'll go this way, double back, make another angle, come this way. There's just lots of different ways that you can go and just kind of have fun with it. And if you have lines like this where like doesn't connect normally, it's okay because you're going to color it in completely black anyway. Before I keep going on this side, I'm going to start on this side. So I'm going to go along like I'm following along the same line and then go back at an angle. Same thing, I'm following them along the line, and then I'm going to go back. Maybe I'll bring a branch that comes this way, but I want it to have another branch coming that way. And I'm just kind of experimenting with it. If I want to add more branches in later, I can. And just trying to draw as many angles as I can, trying to get as many branches in here as I can. This one I'm going to have connect over here. Another branch going this way. And, you know, just have fun with it. If you come in later and you're like, you know what, I wanted another branch going this way, you could like just draw another one connecting, because you are going to be coloring in all of the branches completely black. Now, if you want to go in later and color it in darker, that's fine. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to get it started because I need to color in my background. Now, because I don't want this video to be super long, I'm not going to color in everything black right now. Just know that eventually you'll color in everything black, just like I have right here, everywhere inside the branches. I think it's most important to get these black they're all black branches, to get the corners here colored in every time that I made an angle, because that's going to be kind of important as we go to color our colors. We want to make sure that we don't accidentally color in side of our branches with our warm and cool colors. Okay, so I'm just getting it started. I will color it in completely later. Okay, all right, so now I am going to draw kind of the outline of the leaves beneath my branches. Okay, so I'm going to just do some smiley motions, kind of like I'm drawing clouds, just along the bottom here. Okay. Now down here, we are going to have some hills that we draw in cool colors. So I can choose any cool color. I could choose blue, I could choose purple, I could choose green. I'm going to choose green. And I'm just going to bring lines going from each direction, okay? So I'm going to start a little bit up from the bottom, and I'm going to bring a line that comes across and hits my tree and then curves down, okay, like there's a hill behind it. And then I'm going to start my next line, same thing. This one is just coming up this way, hits the tree, and then comes across to this edge over here. And then I'm going to start a little bit higher this time, come over, hit the tree, and then crisscross down. And then I'm going to come up from the tree, come a little bit this way, bring a curve coming in this way. Okay. Now, some of my hills I want to draw some stripes on, but not all of my hills. So just choose a few that you want to have stripes. So I think I want this one. I'm just going to go diagonal. It's kind of like there's rows of crops on these hills. I'm going to put some curves going this way on this one. And then I think I want some stripes on this hill as well. Okay. Now that we've drawn our hills, we're going to put our warm colors into our tree. So I think it's good to start with your darkest color. So probably red is where you want to start. And every time you see a little angle, a little corner between the branches, you're going to just put dark red, okay? Every time I see that little corner between the branches, I'm going to just color in with a bit of red. And then also here at the beginnings of the bottom of the tree. It's kind of blossoming or blooming out of each corner. So I'm just looking for those corners. Each time I see those branches splitting, I'm going to put in that bit of red. Okay. Next, I want to bring it into orange. Now I'm going to do a pattern where I kind of put in some red orange and then I put in orange, but if you just want to put orange next to it, that's fine. But I'm just kind of trying to show that order of color. Now class, I'm not going to do the whole thing because it would take too long for the video, but I'm just going to kind of show you with a few of these over here what it's going to end up looking like. So I did some red orange. I'm going to bring that into some orange. I want to color right over the other color. I don't want my colors to be separate. I want them to mix together. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some yellow orange. So I'm just kind of getting lighter, trying to mix my colors as I go along. Some yellow orange. Looks almost like sunset colors. And once you run out of space in a section, that's okay. You don't have to keep coloring. I've run out of space in these, so they're pretty much filled in. But the ones that still have space that I can color in, I'm going to fill in. Next, I'm going to put kind of like my golden yellow in next to that. And then finally, I'll bring in my bright yellow going up. So for each of these spaces, you're going to do that. So for this space, I would do the same thing again. Bring in my red orange, and then my orange, getting lighter as I go along. Okay? To kind of make that fiery branches look, fiery leaves. Down here where I have the cool colors, I'm pretty much just coloring whatever I want in each section. Something cool that you can do on these spots where you have the lines is when we were talking about value, going darker and then lighter. So like if I'm going over here, then I'm going to start here with this light purple, and I'm just going to color dark at the top and then get lighter as I go along. My value gets lighter. I bring my crayon off the page a bit more. And then I can alternate. So now I'm going to do this darker purple. I'm going to go dark at first. And then I'm going to bring it lighter and lighter and lighter. And see how I alternated it? So it's dark over here and now it's dark over here. That's just going to make it pop more. So now I'm doing blue and I'm going dark at the top. And then getting lighter and lighter. I'll put my turquoise in there. Dark at the bottom this time, bringing it lighter and lighter. Over here, I'll bring in the green. And then over here, a light green. And then for the rest of my hills, I can just color them in whatever color I want. So maybe I want some blue over here. Just color the whole thing in blue. You can do the same thing though. You can go darker at the top and then get lighter as you go along. Create that value. Over here, maybe I want a purple hill. Why not? Okay. So you'll continue coloring in all of these things. You'll continue coloring in your fiery tree and your cool hills. You'll continue coloring in the rest of your tree completely black. Color in all of the branches and the trunk. Okay, and when you are finished, when you've colored in each piece, it'll look a little something like this. And something I haven't talked about enough is always sign your artwork. Put your signature at the bottom of your artwork. Show the world that it's yours and you drew it. And I hope that you have fun with this activity. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. Bye.